Hi, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's so nice for us to be together, and I want to remind you that we will have the lyrics for the singing and the words for the prayers on your screen, but if you would feel more comfortable, if you look at the bottom, there is a link to our online Siddur flip book, where you can have an actual physical copy, like we have. Whatever you choose, we just want you to be a part of us and participate as you can. If you're able to rise, we encourage you to rise when we let you know that it's appropriate. And if you prefer not to, that's okay too. We're not going to be able to ourselves. So we look forward to praying together. And we are thankful that we, again, can be together as we say, Hinei ma tov u'ma na'im, how good and pleasant it is, Shevet achim gam yachad, for all of us to be able to join together. And we'll begin with Grant.
Hinei ma tov u'ma na'im, Shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov u'ma na'im, Shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov u'ma na'im, Shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov u'ma na'im, Shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov u'ma na'im, Shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov u'ma na'im, Shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov u'ma na'im, Shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov u'ma na'im, Shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov u'ma na'im, Shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov u'ma na'im, Shevet achim gam yachad. Yafe hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafe hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafe hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafe hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
And we invite all who are able to join us in candle lighting. And you'll find the words for the candle blessing in front of you or on page 2 in your prayer book.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת
And we join together in the singing of Shalom Aleichem, which you can find on page 24.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem l'shalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. B'chuni l'shalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yitgadol v'yitgadash Shemir Rabbah, Be'alma divrach Yutev Yamlich Malchutei, B'chayechon uvyomechon, Uv'chayet Kol Beit Yisrael, V'gala, V'gala, Uv'izman kariv, V'himaru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach, Ve'alam ulam me'almaya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, Yitbahar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, V'yitchadar, V'yithalel, V'yithalal, Shemir B'Kudeshah. Nehela mikol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran me'alma, v'yimaru. Amen.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed Le'olam Va'ed Yadadai 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 Yadadai
We now join together in Hebrew, either on the words in front of you or on page 30. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, v'chochma poteach she'arim, uvitvuna mishane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umesader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, umavdil bein yom uvein layla, Adonai tzavaot shemo, el chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. On page 33. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. You may be seated as we turn to the Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol meodecha v'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom levavecha V'shinantam levanecha, v'ribarta b'ham, v'shivtecha v'veitecha, v'vlektecha v'derech, v'shochvecha v'kumecha, v'kshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Met on page 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt. There is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Adonai yimloch leolam
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomeinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomeinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomeinu l'chaim. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam. B'nei Ruvain, b'nei Yisrael, odi le'olam, odi le'olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'dorotam berit olam.
We now join together and ask that those who are able to please rise for the Amidah. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agiteilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר מושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם וזרע שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, בחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, בחלקי החיים בחסד, בחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, תומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסירים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, ויחמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך למית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
If you stood, you may be seated. We'll continue on the second part of page 55. Disturb us, Adonai. Ruffle us from our complacency. Make us dissatisfied with the peace of ignorance, the quietude which arises from a shunning of the horror, the defeat, the bitterness and the poverty, physical and spiritual, of humans. Shock us, Adonai. Deny to us the false Shabbat, which gives us the delusions of satisfaction amid a world of war and hatred. Wake us, O God, and shake us from the sweet and sad poignancies rendered by half-forgotten melodies and rubric prayers of yesteryears. Make us know that the border of the sanctuary is not the border of living, and the walls of your temples are not shelters from the winds of truth, justice, and reality. Disturb us, O God, and vex us. Let not your Shabbat be a day of torpor and slumber. Let it be a time to be stirred and spurred to action. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Ritzei, Ritzei, Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu, ve'amcha Yisrael, u'tefilatan, ve'avat tikabel, u'tehi ratzon tamid, u'tehi ratzon tamid, avodat Yisrael amecha. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadecha b'yirat avod, she'otecha levadecha b'yirat avod.
On page 59, God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha u'lecha na'eh lehodot.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
Shabbat Shalom. So this week in exciting rabbi news, my copy of the Musar Torah commentary arrived. So of course, what does a rabbi that's staying at home working do when a new book arrives, but actually get a chance to read it? And so I was very excited to crack it open. I don't need to say how excited I am about Musar and Jewish values in general. So I decided that's where I'll start in looking at the portion this week. And so I looked at it and I found, and Rabbi Pamela Wax writes the section for Parshat Pinchas on Ka'as, on anger this week. And she begins by saying, quote, "No midah is inherently bad. There are times for anger, particularly as a response to injustice, and there are times when a seemingly virtuous midah becomes so imbalanced in one's life that it's a liability rather than an asset." I think we all kind of know that too much of a good thing saying. So then you look at our portion, and it is full of anger. It is named after Pinchas, who becomes so angry at two other people in the community for their sin against God that he, in zealousness, takes lethal vengeance. Take modern parallels as you wish. Then God expresses wrath at the response. A little bit later in our portion, the 5 daughters of Zelophehad, and if you're saying the 5 daughters of who, we can chat after. They're amazing. You should know about that. But they essentially bring up an anti-discrimination case regarding inheritance law. Yep. 5 women speaking up against the all-male leadership. I'm sure the all-male leadership liked that in their time. Moses gets told of his impending death because of his sin of hitting the rock instead of speaking to the rock. How dare he? And yeah, I'm pretty sure in his shoes I might have some feelings about that too. So overall, in this portion, emotions are running high. And in several instances, we're told about this. And I go back to my year in Israel, our beloved professor, Rabbi Yossi Leshem, who would hit us over the head, not literally, with the phrase that the Torah tells us about what people say and what people do. It doesn't tell us what they're thinking or feeling. And when I remind myself of that and look at this week's Torah portion, words for emotions come up several times. So in that way, this portion is a bit unique compared to other portions where we might be able to surmise what people are feeling, but are not necessarily told directly, at least not in the Torah text itself. Oftentimes that's in the Midrash. And so now I could turn to any of these specific examples and turn this into a full-fledged Torah study, but guess who's doing Torah study tomorrow morning? So I'll leave it with just the basics for us to chew on. But this idea of anger that is brought up in our portion in several different ways. We tend to think of anger as a bad thing. If my kids or both personal children or, in a classroom setting or even adults start yelling, our instinct is to say, calm down. Like everybody just calm down. But I don't want to teach my kids. I don't want to teach our children at Temple to not feel that anger. The anger is real. It's what we do with it. That when we're talking about Musar, it's not about what we're feeling on the inside. It's how we're expressing that, how we're acting upon that. We know from psychology that we don't make decisions well or rationally as well when we're angry. The 3 other states of being, we tend not to make our best decisions in are when it's HALT, hungry, angry, lonely, tired, HALT. So we know that that's a given. And we've all heard of anger management classes or perhaps taken them ourselves. But anger is not always a bad thing. It's an emotion. We can't never feel angry. We can never act angry, but that wouldn't be healthy either. It's how we act on our anger and when we choose to act on our anger. Anger used productively to change injustices, to make things right, to fuel us for a good purpose, like the daughters of Zelophehad, is a good thing. Anger that's used to destroy or lash out, perhaps, being reminded of Moses hitting the rock instead of talking to it, is problematic. I'm intentionally leaving out the situation with Pincus because different commentators go different ways on whether or not his actions were actually justified, and I don't have the time to get into it now. So for me, the question that sort of seems to be underlying our whole portion is how should one act on our anger? When do we lean on patience instead? How do we balance these two? And in Musar, our traits are usually seen as kind of on a spectrum or in a balance scale, and that it's about trying to find the middle road. Does it matter, or should it matter, if we're acting on anger for the sake of a just cause, for the sake of a religious cause, for the sake of a personal cause? Does it have to be some combination of those 3? or specifically not one of those three? And I'll leave you, hopefully, to discuss those questions amongst yourselves over your Shabbat dinner tables and over this Shabbat. And I will end with a blessing, not that you should never feel anger, because we should always feel our feelings. Drawing on the eminent wisdom of Frozen 2, your feelings are real, but to make a choice of when and how to use it in our actions while still allowing our emotions to be felt. And with that, I will turn it back over to Rabbi for our Misha Berach prayer.
Misha Berach Avotenu ve'imotenu, Misha Berach v'irapeh et hacholim. May the one who has blessed and kept our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, continue to bring healing at this time to those in our community who are in need of healing. In particular, we think of the following: Gail Russick, Daniqua, Marcus, and Carter, Ezra Melech ben Rachel Sarah, Mike Ammons, Helen Fine, Jeremy Wise, Paul Levine, Ed Bulin, Harvey Olson, Christine Wagner, Candace Smith, Tracy Huddleston, Joe McKenna, Ellen Goodrich, Mark Romanofsky, Jerry McDonald, Richard Lieberman, Joel Pinsker, Marty Sacker, Sandy Sapphire, Laura Holtzinger Levin, Avraham Ben Avraham Visara, Sidel Ballas, Bob and Gert Kahn, Dave Bussey, Ron Levine, Emily November, Gail November, Maxine Rubin, Jay Bainbridge, Chelsea Smith, Shava Eta, Evan Glenn, Eric Weibel, Ruth Hirsch, Rory Freisler, David Arkin, Bernice Brandt, and Deborah Seidel. And we also name those who are in our hearts as we say, Baruch Atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim, blessed are you, O God, who brings healing to all who are in need of healing. Amen.
Yishberach Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov. Yishberach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Bless us with the vision for tomorrow. Help us to reach out to those in pain. May the one of friendship ease our sorrow. Give us courage, give us faith, show us the way. Mishaberach Avotenu, Mishaberach Avotenu. Hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well.
We now continue with the Aleinu on page 282. And please rise if you are able. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tetz gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Let the time not be distant, O God, when all shall turn to you in love, when corruption and evil shall give way to integrity and goodness, when superstition shall no longer enslave the mind, nor idolatry blind the eye. O may all created in your image become one in spirit and one in friendship, forever united in your service. Then shall your realm be established on earth, and the word of your prophet fulfilled. Adonai will reign forever and ever.
Adonai, למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד.
On page 290, it is a fearful thing to love what death can touch, a fearful thing to love, hope, dream, to be and oh to lose, a thing for fools this, and a holy thing to love. For your life has lived in me, your laugh once lifted me, your word was gift to me. To remember this brings a painful joy. 'Tis a human thing, love, a holy thing to love what death has touched. This time our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those of our friends and neighbors whom they have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. At this time, we are in a period of Shiva for Lorraine Kotler and James Stewart, a period of Shloshim for Dr. Maury Summer, and we are observing the yahrzeits for Sidney Edelman, Maxine Allen, Emmanuel Morris Arnovitz, Leonard Ballas, Harry Block, Eric Brown, Robert L. Klein, Frank D. Cohen, Ann Barry Cohen, Louis L. Cohen, Hyman S. Dennis, Nick DeSalvo, Julius E. Finn, David C. Finn, Joseph O. Frank, Joe Friedman, Beatrice Frooms, Gilbert Goldstein, Jacob Goldswig, Glenna Green, Lois Hamblin, Ralph Hyman, Molly R. Jacobs, Rosella B. Lapidis, Sylvia M. Liebensberger, Arthur M. Levine, Stuart Mayman, Morris Margolis, Esther Mayerson, Dorothy B. Moyer, Frank Newman, Elaine Noble, Nathaniel Patterson, Harry Pulaski, May R. Prigozhin, Samuel I. Rosenthal, Isaac Sajevitz, May Schulman, Sol Slavin, Philip Sokol, Marjorie R. Tanis, Isaac Tiber, Harry E. Weprin, Henry Winters, and Norma Jane Zappin. And we also hold those in our heart whose names perhaps were not mentioned, or perhaps we would like to pronounce more correctly. At this time, I would invite anyone who is remembering or mourning, if you are able to please rise. And now we as a community will rise together with you as we recite the words of the Mourner's Kaddish, which can be found in front of you or on page 292 or 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'alma divra chute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehe shmei rabbah mevarach, le'olam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemei dekudsha barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran bi'alma v'imru, amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, huya aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Zirkonam livracha, may their memories always and only be a blessing to us all.
And I invite those of you who have some fruit of the vine to join me in the Kiddush, and you can find the words in front of you or on page 5 in your prayer book. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, v'ahava u'ratzon yinchilanu. Zikaron ma'aseh bereshit, ki hu yom techila lemikrai kodesh, zecher letzirat Mitzrayim. Ki banu b'chata, v'tanu kirashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, v'hava u'ratzon yachaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-shabbat l'chaim. Chaim.
And we continue with our blessing for Motzi. Grant.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon.
It's been so wonderful to be together for our services tonight. Thank you all for joining us. We hope that you, if you're interested, will join us tomorrow morning for our Torah study, which I believe starts at 9:15, but you can join at 9 o'clock if you want to catch up with people. And as we conclude, if you want to unmute yourselves and just say goodnight or Shabbat Shalom, we would love to have you share your voices with us again. It's nice to see you. Shabbat Shalom.